Yo, so I just wanted to go ahead and make a quick guide on how to clear Shiyu Defense, floor 7, the second half, with the Zhu Yuan, Qingyi, and Nicole team. And before I get into the guide showing you exactly what to do, I'm going to show you what you need to have in order for this strat to even be able to function in the first place. So you'll see I'll have a M1 Zhu Yuan. This is not necessary. You don't need this at all. And it's not even going to come into play during the clear. So don't worry about having that. Not necessary at all. What you do need, however, is going to be a pretty well-built Zhu Yuan. You know this. You want to have good investment here. You want good stats. You'll see I have her signature. This is not necessary. You don't need this. So go to Pride Win here just to prove the point. Riot Suppressor. It's going to be your best option. No surprise. But if you have Brimstone at S1, if you have Harumasa signature, even Starlight Engine or Mercado at S5, this is all fine. You're getting less than 5%. Are just barely over 5% worse value out of having these, so don't worry about it. As long as you have at least a Starlight or a Mercado at S5, this is perfectly fine. Alright, so that's what you need on Zhu Yuan. Good investment, decent build. Next, Qingyi. So no Mind Escapes needed, no signature needed. Not even a 4-piece Shock Stars needed. I've seen people run 4-piece Astral Voice. Gives you some extra damage percent, but not really necessary. Damage percent gets a little bit diluted for Zhu Yuan in particular for this team. Make sure you have impact on slot 6. I have a Hellfire Gears. It's level capped to at least give me as much impact as possible. Shouldn't need this. I'm sure, this will do anything that's, a decent pick for Qingyi. Just go Pride Win. Check whatever W engines are good for her. Just, if you have one, run it. Make sure it's maxed out. Importantly, we don't need to go all the way to F here. Make sure you get at least E. We want as much impact as possible. Basic attack, max that out. You probably have that maxed out already if you play this character. Defensive assist, you could definitely do with a few more points in this than I do. EX special, this is going to be pretty important. We're only going to use it once though, so if you have a little bit less investment, no big deal. Chain attack and all. This is going to need to be at least max, close to max. You should be able to get away with this. I get away with it, so if I can, you can. Alright, that's very important. Just keep in mind, if you don't have enough days investment in this character, the strat is going to fall apart and it's just not going to work. Anyways, next up, wherever you are, Nicole. So Nicole, I wouldn't say M6 is a requirement. If you have enough crit rate on your Zhu Yuan, you'll be fine, but we are going to want, once again, up to E on core skill, points in special, and chain attack / ult. Good stuff. Don't worry about anything else. Doesn't matter. 4-piece swing jazz. This is going to be the set you want. Make sure you have Astral Void, make sure you have Energy Regen on your main stat for slot 6. And her signature 5-star refinement shouldn't be necessary. It's going to help with the ER from using, EX, chain, alt. It shouldn't be necessary though. Just make sure you have your signature, have as much ER as the character can get reasonably, and that's going to be all you need. And now to the part where I show you the clear and I'm going to guide you through every step of the way, everything you need to do to make this strat work. Alright, so starting things off, gonna swap to Nicole. The reason we do this is we're going to use her basic attack to build up a little bit of energy, give her just enough that she'll be able to use her EX special at the right moment later. Okay, so you'll see, go ahead, basic attack that many times and you're ready to swap off. So don't get hit like I do. I'm gonna get hit like 2 times or something, lose probably like 3 or 4 seconds in the long run. Don't do this. What you want to do is you want to group them together with Qingyi's flurry attack, and when they're ready to get stunned, you're going to swap to Nicole and trigger it with her EX special. So any moment now, I'm going to recover from my brain fog and group them up, take the stun with Nicole, swap to Zhu Yuan, and here, so instead of what you would normally do, we're going to take the chain attack with Qingyi instead. The reason we're doing this is decibels. We need Qingyi to have her ult ready at a specific moment, and this is what we're going to do to be able to have that ready. So she chain attacks, and for some reason, I guess I got some lucky RNG here. So probably like 9 times out of 10, your Chingy's not going to kill the whole wave of enemies off of that chain attack. You're going to be left with, you know, a few of these guys left alive probably. And what you would normally do, aka most of the time, you would swap to Zhu Yuan and you'd have her use her EX skill to clear out the rest of these enemies. And if you have her signature, that would get her Ether Buckshot, a little bit of a damage buff for however many shots that is. But after that, you would swap back to Chingy, and we're going to run up to these hooligans. Just like this, right at this angle, and we're going to hold down her EX special. Now I need to reiterate, we're going to hold it down. Make sure you hold it down. Like that. Get that much daze on him, and now we're going to run on off after sucker punching him. Straight to this gate right here. And we're going to go ahead and dodge the first 2 attacks. If you get hit by them, no big deal. Just kind of try to make sure you're in the same position. What we need to do, however, is after the second attack, we're going to do a little spin here to reposition, and we're going to have to come at the right angle to take our defensive assist with Nicole. So, you see, do a little spin and defensive assist with Nicole. You want to be at pretty much this angle right here. This guy in the back is going to come up and be right on top of this guy. That's exactly what we want. So take the follow-up. We're going to instantly dash cancel, run up to the one with the least amount of days, so the one that's going to be in the back, and we're going to hit him with Nicole's EX special. Quick assist into Zhu Yuan, and now we're going to get into the challenging part of this. So we're going to come up right in this guy's face, just like this. Just kind of attack a couple times, and what we're looking for, and you need to look for this is going to happen really quick, and the timing is going to be very tight. Going to try to bait this guy into doing a parryable attack. As soon as you see the yellow flash, you're going to parry it with Chingy. So boom, tight timing, parry it with Chingy, just like that. Better do the follow-up, and I'm a bit out of place here, so you want to be about between these 2 gates right here, the little gap. So these guys are going to be lined up right in front of you perfectly, and I'm going to go ahead and dodge, get into position, ult. See, hit them both, perfect. They're in a perfectly straight line right in front of you. We're going to instantly do Chingy's hold basic to dump her yellow gauge, whatever you call this. And she's going to finish them off perfectly set up to get stunned. We're going to swap out as soon as she's about to do her little lunge. Swap to Nicole. Standard stuff here. You probably already know how to do this with this team. Going to take the EX special to trigger the stun with Nicole. First chain attack, we take it with Zhu Yuan. Alright, second one, Nicole. And then we're going to cancel this third one. Going to do a quick assist back in the Zhu Yuan. And it seems like one of these 2 guys got missed by something. So we triggered a 3rd chain attack, or 4th rather. If this happens to you, go ahead and take it with Nicole. If this doesn't happen to you, don't worry about it, because you're going to end up in this position right here. You quick switch back to Zhu Yuan, and you're ready to do the 5-shot rotation. So if you don't know how to do it, all you got to do is hold basic attack. She's going to shoot twice. You're going to either tilt your stick to the left or right. If you're on controller, or if you're on keyboard, you're going to press either the left or right on your keyboard. So A or D. In this case, go right. It's going to keep you in line to hit both of these guys. So 2 shots. Boom, boom, dodge. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to EX special. So just rewind this. Make sure it's clear. So as soon as she finishes that 3-shot barrage at the end there, you're going to EX special with Zhu Yuan, and you're going to instantly swap to Nicole, have her ult. Reapply her buff, and you're going to wait for Zhu Yuan to finish her EX special, not to cut her off. And the way I tell when she's done is she's going to do a little flip. As soon as you see her do that, you're good to swap back. So flip, swap back, ult. Alright, 5 shots again, same as last time. Now we're going to EX special again on Zhu Yuan, and we're going to swap to Nicole. So as she's doing it, and we're going to use her EX special, reapply her debuff. Back to Zhu Yuan, 5 shots, and that'll do it. Just like that. And if we go ahead and take a look at the timer, it ends at 8:15, and it starts at 9:04. So that's a 49-second clear. Pretty good. You'd like to see it. Anyways, just, for a refresher, Want to make sure our decibels and our energy. So energy, we got to do those couple basic attacks with Nicole to get her set up for later. Chingy, she's got to hit that chain attack right after Zhu Yuan takes it. We're going to do this for her decibels. And then we're going to go ahead and after you sucker punch, yeah, we need to take this part right here. This is very important. You're going to have to learn how to do this. Probably going to have to practice it a few times. So remember this little spin to re-angle here. You want to be at this angle when you take it with Nicole. Run up, remember, to the one with the least amount of days. Hit him with the EX special. Swap to Zhu Yuan, get up in his face, and bait out the parryable attack. If he doesn't give you the parryable attack, maybe he does, say, the little move where he sits there and then he lunges at you out of nowhere. If he does that, I'm sorry, you're going to have to reset. It's going to screw everything up, and at that point, you just reset. But look for the parryable attack. Parry it with Chingy. Follow up. If you're not in the right spot, you dash right over here to angle them right in front of you in a perfect line. Oh. And then do her hold basic. Let Nicole finish it off and trigger the stun window so her debuff is ticking when everything's going on. And that's pretty much it. I mean, everything else is pretty standard stun rotation for Zhu Yuan's team like this. Nothing special. You know, if you get that extra chain attack to proc, go ahead and take it with Nicole, and then quick swap back to, or quick assist back to Zhu Yuan, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is standard stun rotation with this team. And as long as your investment is right on Chingy's days, Nicole's ER, and Zhu Yuan's damage, you'll be able to get a very, very quick, nice clear, under a minute, and even faster than me if we got better investment. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm hoping that this was at least able to help someone out there. If you were, say, struggling with clearing this half of floor 7, and you have these characters, as long as your investment's correct, you can get this done really quickly, no trouble at all. I mean, it's just going to take a little bit of learning, and you don't even have to get this perfect. You know, if you can figure out any way to stun these guys at the same time, that's all you really need to do. This is just a guide on how to pretty much, you know, realistically optimize this as much as you can. You know, you're really fighting against RNG here, and it's going to take some resets if you don't get, you know, the right things to happen at the right time. You know, things can go wrong, but there is a lot of control here. You just have to learn where it is and how to use it. Anyways, thanks guys for watching, and you know, look forward to more guides in the future. I'm going to be pulling Vivian, and I'm really looking forward to testing her out and giving you guys some cool content with either, you know, fast clears in Shiyu, some high point clears in Deadly Assault, or just guides on how to use the character and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, look forward to that, and thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day.